We are HIT students and we are going to educate you about directory traversal. Panashe and my colleagues are Chitenjekiti Charangwa Agnes. Directory traversal, it is an HTTP attack which allows attackers to access restricted directories and execute commands outside of the web server's root directory. It is a web security vulnerability that allows an attacker to read arbitrary files on the server that is running an application. It is also called path traversal. The root directory is specific directory on the server file system which the user are confined. Users are not able to access anything above this root. Security mechanisms. Web server provide two main mechanisms, which are access control list, ACLs, and root directory. An access control list is used in the authorization process. It is a list which the web server's administrator uses to indicate which users or groups are able to access, modify, or execute particular files on the server, as well as other access rights. For example, the default root directory of IIS, Internet Information Services, on Windows is on local disk C inetpub /www root, and with this setup a user does not have access to C Windows but has access to C inetpub www root news and any other directory and files under the root directory, provided that the user is authenticated via the ACLs. Furthermore, effects of root directory prevents users from accessing any files on the server, such as C Windows System 32 on Windows platforms and the etc password file on Linux Unix platforms. This vulnerability can exist either in the web server software itself or in the web application code. In order to perform a directory traversal attack, all an attacker needs is a web browser and some knowledge on where to blindly find any default files and directories on the system. How to check the directory traversal vulnerability? The best way to test whether your website or application are vulnerable to directory traversal attacks is by using a web vulnerability scanner. A web vulnerability scanner crawls your entire website and automatically checks for directory traversal vulnerabilities. It will report the vulnerability and how to easily fix it. Besides directory traversal vulnerabilities, a web application scanner will also check for SQL injection, cross-site scripting, and other web vulnerabilities. Traversal attacks. Ensure to install the latest version of web server software and ensure that patches have been applied. Secondly, effectively filter any user input. Ideally, remove everything but the non-good data and filter meta characters from the user input. This will ensure that only what should be entered in the field will be submitted to the server. Tools to ensure security. Akunetic ensures website security by automatically checking for SQL injection, cross-site scripting, directory traversal, and other vulnerabilities. It checks password strength on the authentication pages and automatically audits shopping carts, forms, dynamic content, and other web applications. As the scan is completed, the software produces detailed reports that pinpoint where vulnerabilities exist. We thank you so much for your attention. This is our presentation on the directory traversal. Thank you.